Because you could always say no and just leave.
What would happen? Yeah. Never tried that before.
So I appreciate that.
Yes. So first, quick announcement. This is the last time that the armor variations are going to be coming in the second half of the season. For the rest of the year, you're going to be getting the armor variations at the beginning of the season. The number of armor variations not changing at all, but just the time that it releases will be. So for this one, we have the Knights and the Vikings, and you're going to get the Samurai, the Wulin, and the Outlanders in just a few weeks. So what you might notice from these armor variations is that they are highly customizable. They don't have a lot of emblems on them already. They don't have a lot of engravings on them already. You can put whatever you want on top of them. All of that silver metal is alternate material. The gray cloth on the Knights, that's your color. On the Vikings, all that light brown, also alternate material. And your hair is going to take color.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love material-heavy armors. They're always really nice.
Yeah. We went for a bit of like a medium armor feel for the Knights. For the Vikings, we had some elaborate tattoos to go with the simplistic armor.
Nice. So the fashion community should have fun with that. Some nice blank canvases for you to express yourself on. And that was it. We didn't skip anything, right?
Yeah,
okay, cool. So I just want to thank all of you for joining me on the Den today. Also, a huge thanks to the Assassin's Creed team for the sweet collab that they did with us. So be sure to check out all of this. The hero skin dropping next week. Sorry, and not for a limited time compared to the event. I'm not sure. Anyway, coming right up, we're finally going to get a look at the Cathedral converted map for Dominion. And so we'll be joined by Ed for that. So stick around. And also thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys around. Yeah. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We're going to look at the full armor variation video, and we'll be back with Ed.
Welcome back, Warriors. We're excited to have you with us today. And joining me on the couch, our Lord and Savior, JC. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm here for my legion of adoring fans.
Oh, man, they're out
and
there.
the people who hate me, too. I don't know. I was looking at chat, and so it's fun.
They're all fans. Everybody's a fan. Come on, folks. Come on. So listen, JC's here. We got some patch notes, some balancing topics to talk about today, but we had one other feature we wanted to spend a little bit of time to introduce you all. If you weren't aware, next week on the 22nd, it's actually International Earth Day, and that's a cool day. It's a time to celebrate the environment, and we've been working on a little feature in the background that's going to launch with the title update next week, and we call it Eco Mode. So what is Eco Mode? Well, essentially, it's a special power-saving mode that we've implemented into the game that's just going to help save money on your energy bill. It's a nice thing to have. This is going to be added into the options. It's opt-in, so it starts off completely off, and you can just choose which version you want to use. There's 3 different versions: minimal, smart, and full. So if you turn on minimal, you're going to essentially save energy. It's going to go into a lower energy state on menus. If you turn it on to smart, it's going to start an energy saving mode if you're idle for 2 minutes. And if you put it on full, well, you're always going to be in an energy saving mode because it's going to disable certain enhanced graphics modes and settings and things like that. So how do you know if you have it on? Well, we put a new icon that's going to just appear only in the menus, just to show that you have it on. It's going to look like a green icon. It'll come up on the video in just a second in case you missed it. And there it is.
Yep.
So yeah, you can turn it on, save some power, just enjoy that, or just don't worry about it either. Either way, it's there for you as a happy Earth Day sort of a gift from For Honor to all of our wonderful players out there. So hope you enjoy that. Welcome back, Warriors. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. We have some awesome new content to show today about this upcoming converted map. And so join me on the couch is Ed. Welcome, Ed.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm super happy to finally be able to show and tell more about the map.
Oh, we're going to show and tell. There's a lot to go over on this too. But I wanted to just take 1 second, audience out there. Just know, we were watching the chat and we saw there was a few questions about the new Ezio Peacekeeper hero skin thing there. This is not limited time. All right, we just wanted to specify that. Yes, we have a limited time game mode event, but Ezio, he's going to be around to stay. So don't worry about that. We just wanted to make sure everybody at home knew that he's going to stick around forever, so it's going to be awesome. So it's good. But to talk about these maps, now this is a huge deal. I'm so excited for this.
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah. And we've teased it, we've kind of mentioned it, but now it's actually time to kind of dive in. What's it going to look like? What's it going to play like? So Ed, what can you tell us about the new map?
Yeah, let's get right into it because we have a lot to cover here. So let's start off with here's the overview of the map here with the 3 capture zones, A, B, and C. As you guys know, very important to play Dominion.
Yeah.
So to kind of take you guys through a bit of the design process here was say on day 1, I put in the spawners in the map and I had to calculate my runtime parity across the 3 different zones there.
Okay. Now, I'm sure. Now, I know what that means. Obviously, I think. But for just those at home, what exactly is runtime parity?
So it's a technical term. You don't need to worry about it.
Thank God.
But, yeah. So it's a fancy way of saying the time it takes to get between spawn and each of the capture zones at match start.
Okay.
So we're looking to have a balanced map. Here, we don't want to release something that's unbalanced right out of the gate.
Of course.
So yeah, that's essentially what I'm talking about when I say runtime parity. So equal for both teams. Getting back to the overview here. So when I placed my spawners in the map, I saw that I had equal runtime parity to capture zones B and C. So that was nice. But A was quite severely off-balanced. And so it wasn't a question of moving the spawner closer or further, because then I would mess up my balance on the other two capture zones. So I kind of had to come up with some clever tricks to get balance on all three.
Gotcha.
So starting here from the defender spawn, yes, there is a geyser, and let me tell you why. At first, I removed all the geysers, because I'm like, all right, we don't really need them. But essentially, I ended up adding 2 of them back in, so that the defender team from match start has to navigate around the geyser to then get their footing inside capture zone A. So that kind of adds a few extra milliseconds, because we're trying to be as precise as possible. The other thing we did was we elongated the capture zone here, so it's much wider than it was even in a past event. So that also helped get attackers get their foot in sooner. And from the attacker side, we created a new path from spawn. So here you have that little mountain of rubble and stone that goes off, and also on the side, you have this path that was always there in other game modes. But coming up here, this little portion here, normally there's a boulder that's blocking this area. So this is non-gameplay space. So I opened it up so that attackers could get a faster navigation path to capture zone A. And the other reason why I added the geysers back in was when you're standing in capture zone A, you had a little too much visibility on the defender spawn zone.
Gotcha.
So, when the geysers are erupting, it kind of cuts that line of sight.
So let the defenders be a little sneaky on their spawn, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. So that's some of the things we need to consider when converting these maps, because they were designed a certain way, and sometimes you have open lines of sight in certain areas. So we need to be a little clever on how we can cut those lines of sights.
Gotcha.
Moving on to capture zone B here. Capture zone, the minion lane will run through the cathedral. And so this is actually going to be our first Dominion map with a roof over the minion lane.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so you're going to have to choose your feats.
Oh, so you can't be arrow storming in there and
right?
Catapults in there for the minion lane?
Exactly.
Okay.
So that'll be it's a nice change of flavor.
Nice.
For the new Dominion map. You'll also notice that in the back there was previously a huge statue and a statue base kind of blocking the middle entrance of the cathedral. So I removed that so that players and minions can get in, access it a lot more comfortably.
Awesome.
And there's also a bridge now that players can take to navigate between capture zones A and C. So you're not forced to run through the minion lane to get to the other zone.
I still love just the image of that warden just running by. Thank you for looping that, Max. It was amazing. Now, does the bridge there? It's kind of over the minion lane. Is there chances for drop attacks, or what are we doing over there?
So I did remove all the drop attack opportunities there, since it's a narrower minion lane than other maps. So if it'd be like drop attacking fish in a barrel. So as the saying goes,
I feel like I'd be the fish in that scenario too. So thank you for that. Yeah.
So yes, and so now moving on to capture zone C here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for those of you who might have for those of you who might have played a past event, this is pretty much kept as it was. Though I did remove a fire trap that was previously there, because
that was spawned from a previously, like, it was a bit of a perch there at one point, right? For some Kevin individuals in the past.
Rip Kevin.
Oh man.
So that's pretty much it for the capture zones, the balancing, and all the thought process that went behind all that.
Wow.
So now I want to touch upon something that we talked about the previous time, the intro cinematics.
Ooh,
so quite a bit of work went there. Shout out to Amelie again in the back. Yeah, she did a great job. It was again a learning exercise for us, because we had kind of lost some of this knowledge, and Felix as well, our tech designer. They kind of had to retro engineer, how to make these happen. once again.
Nice.
So now we have that skill set, we have that knowledge moving forward. So hey, I really hope players enjoy.
I can't see how they won't, because I mean we've had a chance to play this internally. It's a ton of fun. It's just so nice and refreshing to have something new like this in Dominion. So it's great. So Ed, amazing work. Looks incredible. And shout out to everybody else on the team who worked on this and contributed. So thank you all so much. And Warriors, you at home, the Cathedral for Dominion live next week, April 25th, for everybody with the upcoming title update. And again, permanent. It's here. It's here for good. No more limited time. It is here. It's going to be in the rotation now from now on in Dominion when you do matchmaking. Available in custom matches if you want to go in and check it out for yourself. So yeah, it's the first Dominion map in a long time, and it's exciting. So it looks
and I hope to be back again in the near future.
Well, I hope so too. I hope so too. Yeah, there we go. No, all right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, so we are going to show you just kind of a bigger video showing off the Cathedral converted map one more time, and after that, stick around because we're going to have JC himself on the couch to talk about patch notes, balancing, all those fun topics, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Captured Zone A.